don't know what to say about Luce Cannon, Whack 100, all those guys, Brick Baby. You would think that they were smart enough not to put themselves in a situation that can end up being federally indicted. But, I think the internet is so important to a lot of people that putting their life in jeopardy is not something that they really think about or care about. So, clout is what the word is that you hear a lot of people say and utilize. And I do agree with that. I think that clout is it's literally a drug because anybody that's going to get themselves indicted federally over, I don't know, argument or even putting themselves in a self indictment but putting out information about their past life or people past life that they know, it's all crazy. It's like everybody live different in their cities and in their towns, and everybody got different like worlds that they from. So it's like you can't really know how somebody in California would act versus somebody from Virginia versus somebody from New York or somebody from Texas or anywhere around the world, anywhere around the states. Everybody got their own kind of way of operating their life. So maybe even the gang culture is different from this state to that state to this state. Even if they claim the same game, it's all different. You know what I'm saying? Because you would assume that people wouldn't even care about being famous or being viral if it's going to lead to you going to jail. Like that would be a no-brainer. Like I'm not even caring about that. And then maybe some people might feel like, well, if I go be famous now and I end up going to prison, at least people will know who I am. So it's so many frames of thought, and you might even say to yourself, I wouldn't care how long they talking about going to jail. I'm not doing no crime that's gonna get me locked up. I do not care what the scenario is, and I'm definitely not gonna talk about it on some fucking internet. Like, what are you talking about? Or jumping somebody on the internet and they go viral. People all know that that was you, or you even talk about it and brag about you jumped the guy and said you already know my name, you know who I am, you know how I kick it. If something happened, this what I do. So it's like a different world. That this time when I was a kid, I even remember a rapper having a song out as a kid, and in that song it said "Real bad boys move in silence." So that was like I think KRS One made the song, and this is probably like I'm like 14 and 15. This is so many years ago. A lot of y'all probably wasn't even born. And so at that time, probably like 84, some shit, 83, I want to say. Maybe 88. It could be 88. I'm maybe more like 88. So maybe let's say something like 88. So 88, 89, something like that around that time. And I remember the song, and I remember hearing it, and I remember it going viral, but it wasn't viral like the internet the way you know it today. Other people were saying it, like it was people, real bad boys move in silence. I think the song was called My Philosophy. The rapper was KRS-One. So after that song went viral, the song was out everywhere. People would say it. And then ultimately, P. Diddy came out with a record label called Bad Boys. From that record label, they ended up having a TV show called Bad Boys. I mean, the cops, but they had those other guys who had a song called Bad Boys. Bad Boys just became a lexicon. It was stuck in our youth of hip hop, and that became what it was. But the original idea from it came from real bad boys moving silence, and so that's what stuck in my head. The entire thing, not just the people grabbing bad boys. So when you see people not moving in silence and then ultimately getting caught to that extent where it's a Rico, it's 20 years searching. And then a lot of these guys are still talking online. Like they call in the Adam 22 shows and they still discussing whatever they got to discuss. And it's like, and you sitting in prison. Like you ain't got nobody else to call, cousins, family, sister. They calling the show. Like, yo, this what I'm going through. I'm in here, man, and I'll be out soon. I'm fighting it, and forget those people who don't like me. And it's like, damn. So content is the king, obviously. And the question is that good content, bad content? Is that worth it? Like you might go to jail for 20 something years. You probably what, 30 something, 40 something? Like, do you really want to sit in jail for 20 years to be famous today? Like what is this, 2025? So 20 years from now is 2045? Like what the fuck is the world gonna be like in 2045? And you wanna, man, that's like the mentality is different. So I don't know what to say about that because I grew up in an inner city, but the guys came from that mindset of being quiet, low key, and I'm sure it's people who do the internet thing to put themselves out there, but I don't know if it's to that extent of crime where it's like the Rico thing come down, unless it's again played out on the internet. The internet is crazy because so many people use it. You would assume that you're a fish in an ocean because it's just so big and vast. But when you see the guys get caught up in these crimes, it's almost like maybe it's like inside a cup and just filled with a sprinkle of water. And you can be seen very clearly because it's not like you're hidden online. And if you get a fan base, that people are going to be making videos and be regurgitating your statements and making it even more famous. So it's really like fame. It's fame. Is it the fame? Is it the clout? Is it the content? What is the psychology? What makes people feel like it's okay to put myself out there talking about some scenario I was involved in, and somebody got hurt, or I tried to hurt them, or I make sure nobody try to hurt me in the future because they know how I kick it. What is the psychology behind that? Because, you know, I got to an older age in life, and even though I was living in a younger mindset when I was younger, because that's what you only got one choice is to live in the mindset of your era and your age. And I didn't have the internet so available to want to do that, and then you kind of not wanting people to see your face so much, and be able to recognize you and stuff like that. The fame kind of be scary, even if you ain't famous yet already, because you can almost imagine it. But now imagine fame from your, I guess you can call it infamy. You know what I mean? You got a threat out there that people should know about, and you're gonna tell them, and you don't care, and you ain't hiding your face. You letting it be known across America, across the world, because it's the internet. So it's like that. That's really what that becomes ultimately. So now, when you say across the world, the internet, world wide web, www, you got prosecutors, lawyers, judges. You got people who might be threatened by your conversation, even though they don't even know you and from another whole town, but or state, and they just heard your voice saying what you would do to this person who probably lived 5 blocks to a mile or 3 down from you, but you did it online, and now it's like this guy is scaring me. And then that is crazy because I don't know if you want to sit in prison like that. Is this a joke? Is the police playing along with them just so they can make some viral videos again and be like, yeah, y'all thought we was going to prison. That was a prank, man. Thank Officer Johnson. Like, who would want to put themselves in that kind of scenario? But that seems like that's what today is all about. Clout, uh, being going down for big, gigantic crimes and planting seeds along the way so that the people would have to do the internet detective in order to find out exactly what crimes you're referring to. So y'all gotta let me know in the comment section what you think. I appreciate you liking, watching, and listening, and subscribing. But I want to know exactly how you feel about Luce Cannon, Bricc Baby, Whack 100, Big U, what the hell going on in L.A., and what you think about those crime indictments that they choosing to lock them up for. Let me know what you think. Peace.